Okay, my name's George. I am deciding to start making some YouTube videos. Um, Mainly because, well, I have a couple videos up and I'm gotten enough views that I can put ads on them, and I've made $1.49. Yay! Um, so figure I'll make a few that are actually about stuff. So, hmm. What should I talk about? Okay, Pascal's Wager. Pascal's Wager is an argument that supposedly supports believing in God. The way it goes is if you believe in God and you're wrong, you lose nothing. But if you're right, you gain everything. Um, but if you don't believe and you're wrong, then you lose everything. And if you don't believe and you're right, you gain nothing. Now, on the surface, this seems almost decent. I mean, you might as well. But the problem is there are multiple conceptions of God, and many of them are completely incompatible with each other. And Pascal's Wager does nothing to guide you in which God to believe. It also doesn't make any argument that actually supports God. It's like, yeah, you're kind of better off, maybe, but if you're looking for the way the world really works, Pascal's Wager doesn't help at all. Another major problem is it's predicated on believing in God costing you nothing in life. But that's pretty much no. Every religion has some demands on its followers. Things you're supposed to do, things you're not supposed to do. And so you do lose, if you believe and you're wrong, you lose something. You lose a lot of things you could have done with your life, or things you didn't want to do with your life that you could have not done. So Pascal's Wager fails pretty badly there. Also, it's predicated on the idea that you can simply choose to believe something, which is really iffy at best. Did you choose to believe things, or did you look at the evidence and the evidence convinced you or it did not convince you? Did you actually choose to be convinced, or did it just happen because the evidence was that good? So it's really questionable if you could really choose to believe something. And obviously pretending to believe something is pretty much never acceptable by any religion where belief matters. So, yeah, even if you choose to believe, according to Pascal's Wager, and you're right to believe, and you happen to choose the right God out of all of them, you didn't really believe. You chose to act as if you believed, and in just about every religion where that matters, that's not going to be enough. You have to actually believe, not just act like you believe. So you're pretty much screwed. So basically, yeah, Pascal's Wager is an utter crap argument for God. And yes, this is kind of just whoring for views because atheism and religion is a pretty good way to get some views and some discussion. And I know I chose pretty low-hanging fruit with Pascal's Wager, but yeah, it's my first real video. So, okay, maybe I'll talk about Doctor Who or one of the more interesting arguments for or against God, or maybe role-playing games or other YouTubers I follow or what have you. Alright, And hopefully at some point I can get the lighting sorted. If you notice, there's wood paneling. I have actually it's a really big white bag back there. Yeah, there over my TV. That's a white bag. That's helped. I have another one up to the left of my screen. I've got some maps, white maps by my computer, which helps with. It actually really makes a big difference. Well, hopefully I'll be able to improve my setup and have more interesting topics that I can discuss in more detail or in more interesting ways. All right. Bye. I'll be back eventually, maybe.